Hello, hello. Well, I really hope everything is gonna work as planned tonight. Spent some time in my OBS settings, basically trying to make it a little bit better, and as usual, there's a pretty good chance I messed it up. So we'll see. We'll see. So far, seems like delay is on. Sound bars are up. Everything should be working as expected. So today we have Rogue Hints going against TFMC on southern edge of Foy. Some reason I'm have this feeling, inclination to call Rogue Fins like a home team and TFMC an away team because this snowy northern European landscape of Foy associates more with me uh, with like the Rogue Fins coalition rather than with TFMC. Okay, here we go. 1 minute until the wall drop. Let me check that my brightness is all the way up. And also that the squad channels are down. Good. Well, should be good. So, where am I? I'm in the wrong place. Southern edge. Here we go. Pretty interesting midpoint for any team to play on. A little bit of trenches and it basically open from all the sides. With, here on the German side you have like more of a front door coverage with a bit of forests and stuff. And from the Allies side, a bit less so, but you have this broken house over here. You can go through the roads on the flanks. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, wall just dropped. Let me see what the teams have on rollout. Here's a map for you. Interestingly, Rogue Fiends are dropping. Couple of snipes. Tank shells from both sides. Interesting area to already start dropping some smoke on the front door, and we're going to be watching this from TRR only Finns perspective, so I'm going to focus on their side a bit more because we have another Costa. We have WWII watching from the side of TFMC. Nice rocket from Pole, I think. Takes down this recon tank. Basically from TFMC side, Whiskey is the only SL and almost the only player left around the strong cap. Overall strong cap looks pretty much empty, with most of the fighting going on, seems like, on the sides, on the main road here. Let's take a look. Trooper and Big Bonale are trying to push the FMC forces further down towards there. line. Intense French frontage inside the southern edge. Storm gets an outpost here. Let's sell with him. Step over here behind the truck, launching mates. Take a couple of shots. Midpoint is still flickering. But the trenches now in the middle are fully occupied by TFMC players. And OFINs here have to push back towards that strong cap, but at the same time, if you look at the soft cap, this small, I don't know what to call this, like a small tree line on the side is under control by OFINs. Calomas, I guess, is on the MG here, trying to mount it. Well, it doesn't look for us that mounted in the right angle, but he did mount it well enough to start covering the road further southeast. Still mostly TFMC players inside the mid-cap, but the both flanks on the left and right on the southern edge. These roads are under control of the TFMC. What's the armor situation here? We have a medium over there further south for TFMC. We have a medium on the other side for rope fins. The medium for TFMC is now mostly dealing with like infantry, trying to, I don't know, react to MG fire. Well, rope fins are utilizing the Axis MGs as best they can. We are almost 9 minutes in and the point was not yet captured by any of the teams. Marski here. Covering the strong cap. Maybe not hitting anyone in those trenches, but at least providing some suppressive fire. Here's the B4. And with a good view of the strong cap, but I don't think it has any line of sight to the armor. The police tank here. Sure. Okay. TFMC players trying to hold on in the trenches under like RT fire, SPA fire. Yes, it's true for both sides. Group of Rogue Fiends players that was around here. No more. Gucci here running to behind this haystack. Maybe he's gonna try to find some shots into the strong tap. What is it? 10.5 minutes in, the cap has not gone into any of the sides yet. But you hear just chilling, it seems. Yeah, small wave of OFIN's players was trying to cross. Only no one survived. Let's go see what's going on this road over here. Trooper with his guys still trying to push forward. TFMC smoke in front of him. They're gonna have a light tank support. Lux is over there to the right, helping them clear the southern side of this road a little bit. Trooper is pretty confident running into the smoke. His movement. And gets shut down. Bombing run pulled in by rogue teams, I guess. Targeting both the garrison and any, infantry pushing from the south. Garrison is gone now. I think it's the closest to capturing the point we've been since the beginning of the game, and it looks like it might go in favor of our F rogue Finns over here. Just a couple of TFMC bodies left in the strong cap and south of the strong cap. Everywhere else it seems like TFMC forces were pushed back to their blue line garrisons. Yep, that's it. After, what is it, 14 minutes of intense fighting, with fighting happening, it seems, outside of the strong cap itself. Rogue Finns are now ahead. Trying to get inside that strong cap. Flop on the medic class. Smokes, but didn't manage to get into the point. Gucci here bandaging. A couple of TFMC players are still in front of him in those trenches. What do we have in terms of spawn points? TFMC still has one outpost somewhere around here. Which Zorig and his squad are trying to clear right now. Going for Whiskey, but Storm behind him there. Took him out. And TFMC is slowly taking the point back, because Rogue Finns, holding this point for like 4 minutes, didn't manage to clear out the single OP in the strong cap, which is not so good. We also have one tank for TFMC in the soft cap for the south. There was a TFMC's bombing run. Not sure it got us anything. Interesting to look at. Medium for TFMC basically driving into this broken house in the strong cap, and still have a Q4 over here, which should be able to potentially see them over there. Should they? Don't know yet. Okay. Let me check first of all whatever is on YouTube now is actually a live stream. If it works. It does. So welcome, I hope you can hear me, hear the game audio and stuff like that. Yeah, seems to be working. Nice. Also the scoreboard 3-2 in favor of OFINs, that's correct. Time is also running as expected. Pretty nice. Remove the kill counts because they don't seem to be working, and yeah, back to the action. We have a heavy for TRR on the Finns coalition, taking position left of southern edge. Also taking immediate fire from further south. Not firing back yet. I mean, we should see them, right? They're now gonna kind of climb on the wreckages. Another shot comes in. Running over their own engineer, trying to back up. Yeah, they'll take cover behind these wreckages, saving themselves from one extra shot, but not looking good for them. Who is that? Let's take a look on the other side where the shots are coming from. From over here. It's a heavy for TFMC. Shady. Infamous TFMC player. some occasions. So anyway, seems like the heavy for OFIN survived. They're continuing to back up. We'll go back to the strong cap. Checking the settings and stuff. I missed some action here. A little big flopper for a bit. I think there's a grenade to his left. Yeah, he's just staying alive in the strong cap. Trying to make sure his bodies count towards the strong cap. Kind of looks like the same outpost has been here since the very beginning of the game, which is now getting kind of camped by Lanchek and the RT. Let's go to the western road and see how it's going. I think TFMC is making some progress here. Armor support. There's an AT gun right on the road here. Not anymore. People Vinetto, I guess. Sorry if I'm butchering your game attacks. Taking care of the armor on TFMC side. You guys are pretty good at dropping subs, explosives and all the stuff around the OPs. And now OFIN's recon is coming in to help the guys out. Maybe clear a couple of OPs. Tail sides. P was right there. Yeah, both OPs are to the other side of them. There's also some action on the map edge over here. Snuffle mainly against a couple of OFIN players. This guy trying to do something with his bazooka. I don't think it is the player. To look at for a long time. Let's go back to the strong cap and take a look at the map to see how we're doing from the both sides. TFMC is making some progress on all the roads across the southern edge. They still have that one outpost in the strong cap, which OFINs haven't been able to deal with yet. Maybe Bolle 3D will now do that. He's taking enemies out, but he's not pushing that OP. He's just holding the angle in the trench, and he's now going to be faced with like 5 players. Nice grenade shot. Not a shot, grenade throw. Knife grenade would be maybe the right thing to say. Marsky here, getting some, probably being cursed by players in the trench who are, you know, constantly suppressed, constantly dying to MG fire from far away. We have a heavy pushing pretty aggressively over here with single engineer on their back. A Buck Ranger already been spotted and taking fire. There's a garrison right here, which they deal with, but there's also a 75, right? This is medium. Yeah. This is an interesting stare down for this 75, but that heavy is now distracted by infantry to the side, so if they've pushed a little bit, then maybe could get a shot into the tracks or something. Well, they're not moving much yet. This is a pretty aggressive play for Eco Ranger. They're now just driving straight towards the 75. They know it's there. 75 is getting ready to tap here. First shot in from heavy. 75 is getting the tracks. And yeah, Ranger now dealing with armor presence and the garrison on this side. Interesting. Another bombing run over the garrison over here in the south for Rogue Finns. They're gonna get that garrison. Which they do. So there are no garrisons left on the southern front door kind of side for TFMC. There's an airhead though, dropping into the forest right behind Epic here, and there is a chance it went unnoticed. I don't know. There's a heavy right there. Do they know that it fell somewhere around here? Since they're stopping, I think they might have seen it. Look at this. Whoa, hello. Jobman is right behind that heavy. Mannerheim Commander is helping their own tank to deal with the T player spawning on the airhead. Yeah, I think they got this. Wait, what? No. What just happened? I think the heavy is shooting right in front of them, not knowing that their own players are trying to deal with the airhead that's there. Okay, airhead's gone now. Let's go back to the strong cap. I think strong cap is not changing much over the course of the game. Still, we have 1 OP for TFMC at the southern side of southern edge. And we have intense fighting on the both roads, left and right of it, with some action on the like white flanks on the map edges. That outpost is no longer there. The only OPs are now back here in the trenches a little bit further south. So at least one thing that the OFINs are dealt with finally. Yeah, I just stopped following the OFIN Navy that was here pushing that. They still don't have a garrison, by the way, TFMC over here. One on WWII, further down. They have now 2 tanks on their southern front door. Pushing 176 is there in the back near the haystack where it was previously, and another one here driving towards the soft cap, basically. And they're looking towards, not exactly towards, yeah, OFIN armor is stationed around these houses. Before we've seen before. And a heavy right here. TFMC is making some progress on this road. Tail side. Might have a chance to clear the outpost that's there. Yes, he does. Amari. I don't know who killed him, but yeah, LP is no longer there. Still have a garrison further here. Oh yeah, they do. Two tanks stacked here for PRR defense. And a broken house. We have a bombing run going left and right for TFMC. Guess that forest came all the way here, spotted a garrison, called in the bombing run. Killed the squad lead. Brought some trouble and then died, which is good enough. So there's a 76 right around there. I think that's what these guys are trying to shoot. Something else was dead. Was a station. TFMC's infantry pushing into this strong cap again. This 76 is just standing, well, not exactly in the line of sight because a couple of haystacks, a couple of trees in the way. I think they are managing to get some shells into the heavy here. Engineers dying again on both tanks. Oh, looking at the Rogue Finn's armor, and I don't see them shooting much. I don't know. Okay, they do now when that 76 has started moving. Now right behind there. Behind the broken building and the haystack. While I'm looking at the armor, engagement point is almost like 50% TFMCs, with gap progress also starting on WWII, but again here it's a Lux and a couple of people, so we'll see if Rogue Finns can react to this. Dealing with this 76, which is in with the soft cap, is going to be big help already. They're jumping out to do some reps. Fire though. Bombing run coming in across the trenches for Rogue Finns, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop TFMC from recapping that point. And yep, it's now 3-2 in TFMC's favor. Going across the trenches, taking just like a couple of bodies. Well, now we are on the side that has to attack. Get the control back of this trunk cap. Heavy is still here, supported by 2 engineers. Taking fire though. Good positioning behind these like broken walls, maybe giving them a line of sight without getting them too exposed, but one shot comes in. Edwards and the Ninja Finn are trying to minimize the damage though. And then it's super empty. Oh, it's empty. That 76 like found an angle into their turret. Keeps hammering it, but you know, they need some reps to go involved here, trying to get it back up. They're looking in another direction now. Maybe they took a shot from the left, from... oh, there's a medium. There's a B4, I guess, for... Yeah, there's a B4 for OFIN's. There was a B4 there that just blew up. But, you know, it was a good distraction because guys here had a chance to fully wrap. Almost fully wrap while they were waiting. We will keep our eyes on this tank engagement. So Rogue Fiends are now trying to push back through the front door, through this like small shed on the right. SMG trying to use density to get on the roof. Great. Oxy Satchel for Hati. Not sure how to pronounce that, sorry mate. It was not close enough. Next point for Rogue Fiends is Cobru factory with only like the commander now. Just Mannheim in it. There is though a Tony Hortons. So I think that taking a shot from an AT player trying to find their way to that garrison, but looking great so far. Okay. This is a shot, which is unfortunate. Should have been the last time. The garrison is gone. Which still has an OP in this trench, so maybe an AT player can be called in to deal with this threat. Yeah, Dancy comes back with his rocket launcher. Nice. So heavy is no longer there. I think I missed the moment they blown out by 76s there in the south. What did they reposition? They didn't, right? OPs back up for TFMC in the trench system. 276s behind southern edge with a good control over the front door and also the like left western side. Bombing run across front door called in by TFMC. Nothing important in it. I think the rep station is blown up. This B4 is gonna be in trouble. Yep. Like how some of the buildings just disappear if you zoom out a bit more. Let's spend a bit of time on the front door with OFIN's players pushing from this area. A big flop up with a medic class. Always on the front edge. Noise TFMC players are now, so they waste rockets on his position. Six, 5. So now 2 tanks together for TFMC. Guess are going to be pushing this road, heading north, try and clear the front door. If you are watching this stream by this point, type something in the chat about like the sound and stuff, if you can hear everything all right. And we are gonna keep watching. Now I can do nothing about that 75, unfortunately. But Redward's here. Redward's here with a satchel, trying to find his way. He's gonna run. He's gonna run here. He's gonna run right in front of them. Well, indecisiveness. Please don't help. Just blow up here. What was it? It was a pack gun. Is taking some rockets, it seems. Well, this is an interesting position to be in. They managed to get out of that trench, but you know, knowing that hell let loose is hell let loose, I'd avoid driving your tank into trenches. Maybe they know what they're doing, I don't know. Or maybe they don't, we don't know. We don't hear what they're discussing at the moment. We also have another medium here, or is it the same one? No, another one. So, armor-wise, TFMC has 276s, 275s, in like a line. Fold the map. Oh. As soon as I counted, they now have one less tank on the map. And I honestly have no idea where that came from. But my guess is maybe it was that an AT player. Don't see anything else that could have done them. And for rope fins, I don't see any armor on the map at the moment. See a truck leaving the HQ, but okay. Here is one tank over there behind their defensive point. Not much else. TFMC with a sneaky garrison in the red zone. In the trench over there, basically opening up an opportunity to, you know, maybe apply some additional pressure on Cobrew factory. The commanders here are gonna meet Cobru Mannerheim there inside the building, inside the brick factory, and Forest now pushing that point. Joe Exotic is also there. Might be meeting Forest. Joe Exotic has binoculars in his arms. Hello? Yeah. Here's the garrison. Here's the Mannerheim. Hello to you too, sir. So yeah. This threat they dealt with. Coming back to the front door. I have a feeling that Rogue Fiends are losing some ground bit by bit. Because they're getting pushed back from this like 5th line towards their blue zone. And you know, the TFMC players have much more armor support than Rogue Fiends do. Guess that might change in the future. Okay, what I want to look at. Let's look at the flank for a bit. People on the flanks rarely get any screen time on the streams. Maybe we can fix that. Limits to Southern 5 and Wyatt. Over here, Snuffle in front of them in the broken building. Wyatt must have heard the shots. Yeah, fuck that rifle. Let's get a rocket in. Why not? Yeah. Rogue Fiends rebuild this garrison and now trying to push through this very open map edge towards the tree lines, which is an incredibly unpleasant task. Home here. Sometimes this is what you do. But again, by chance, as soon as he crosses this like this smallish hill, he's all gonna be seen and killed, but we'll see. We'll leave him to it. Okay, TFMC here pushed all the way towards Rogue Fiends' blue line. Trooper Unale trying to regain some ground. Interesting what those 76s have in mind, because they are now pushing towards the same map edge we were just looking at. At least one of them does. I totally missed an airhead play by TFMC, but that airhead is no longer there. So I guess it's fine. The only issue is that this tank has a 76 over there, and they are looking in the forest right now. Moro is the only AT player. Yeah. In the meantime, 76 here pushes garrison, I guess. By the way, Mr. Tommy here across that field. We've seen him crawling a little bit. He's now probably screaming to his squatters that, come on, I need an AT or an engineer with a satchel on my LP. About here, placing the satchel on the 76. Who is that 76, by the way? Oh, Skin Shady. Okay. Yep. One less tank for TFMC around here. Another one is now pushing the Cobra factory. We also can see that TFMC's infi is already in this strong point with a bombing run going in the back of it, trying to clear out. Nice shot from Mannerheim. Apart from the 76 in this strong cabin, 1 OP in this like forest area. Yeah, right here. Not much else is going on, though. Rogue Fiends have to react to this too. Have to pull their forces back from the front door. Fubu here is trying to find an angle. Window 54 is taking fire. Okay, they're taking fire much closer than they seem to realize. Those trooper is right behind it. I don't know, it's 5th or 6th time I'm seeing engineers getting run over by TRR only Finn's armor. And the point is, what is it? 60% in favor of TFMC. Rogue Finns trying to get some armor in. There's another OP that's getting flooded right now by TFMC players. So there's a real chance that we might say 4-1, not in the Rogue Fiends' favor. And just like that, Cobra Factory goes to TFMC with 30 minutes left to play. Rogue Fiends basically have only this garrison on the map, and they only have commander on the Cobra approach, with a lot of TFMC forces pushing out from this red zone garrison that was placed long ago in that area. And so far, with nothing to stop them, looks to me that 5-0 might be imminent. Imminent? Is that the right word in English? Rogue Fiends are not winning this this cap price at the moment, not at all. And there's nothing they can do, I don't know, unless a huge spawn wave comes in on this this half truck. how many red dots we have inside that strong cap. People inside Cobra Factory are now praying that something is gonna stop this cap from compressing, but I don't think anything will. And with 28 minutes left to go, no defensive spawns left for TRR, only thin collision. We will see a 5-0 in TFMC's favor. GG's to both teams. Again, thank you for joining. If you were watching this with me, I was trying to capture, some smaller plays, flank plays, personal plays on the TRR only thin side. I think that with the Ohio stream will give you a better, broader overview of the game. But yeah, thanks for joining, and I'm gonna see you